Scotland's a wild and lovely place.
But there's a change we must embrace.
Scotland's water's world class.
No doubt.
So, take a refillable bottle.
When you go out.
It's your water, your life.
Top up from the tap with Scottish water.
Fresh, cool, clear.
And only available right here.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Through the mic? Yeah, go on.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine then.
morning everyone, and welcome to the Royal Commonwealth Pool in Edinburgh for the Scottish National Short Course Championships 2024. This is the first day of 3 days, exciting swimming ahead of us, and this is the morning session. 3 sessions today, 3 tomorrow and 3 on Sunday. My name's Robert Taylor. With me is John Munsey. We're with you all morning and all afternoon, so welcome everyone that's joined us. Morning, John.
Yeah, good morning, Robert. First day, always exciting.
Yeah.
Back in Edinburgh, as we have been for this championship for the last few years now.
Yes, this is the usual venue that Scottish swimming hold, and we're looking forward to very exciting 3 days, John. A few Olympians taking part this morning from Scotland. We've got Katie Shanahan, Lucy Hope and Kathleen Dawson.
Yeah,
So
they're all going. We've also got a gold medalist. So Jack Macmillan goes in the 100 free. Jack was part of the 4x2 relay squad, so he won a gold in Paris. So looking forward to seeing Jack go this morning. There'll be 5 heats in every event this morning. See the session schedule come up now, so there'll be 5 heats of all of these, and all the swimmers trying to get through to our finals tonight. And for the shorter events, the 50 metre and the 100 metre, we'll have 3 finals, an A final, a B final and a C final. So that'll be the fastest 24 swimmers, and for the longer events, the 200 and the 400, just an A and a B final. And of course there'll be provisional results this morning, because we do have some heats this afternoon. And as you will notice, it's not the 2,000 metre backstroke, it's the 200 metre backstroke. But we always get a few swimmers from the afternoon session into tonight's finals. It's always one of the exciting things of this afternoon, Robert, isn't it?
Indeed, yeah. The slower, as John says, 40 swimmers in the morning heats. The slower times swim this afternoon. But there are obviously opportunities for quite a number of them getting into maybe even B and C finals. So we'll look forward to that this afternoon. But busy programme. We finish the session with some freestyle relays. And this afternoon, I think, John, we've got some distance events and the distance in the evening session. But we'll run through that when you're with us this afternoon, if you can join us. But we get underway in a few minutes with 400 IM. Hopefully, as you can see, that's the venue. I'm looking forward to really exciting morning swimming, John.
Yeah, just call out for some of the Olympians. Kat Dawson going unusually for her in the butterfly, last event of the morning in the last heat. So Kathleen going in that, well better known as a backstroker, but she's going in that. Katie Shanahan passing on the 400 AM this morning, but we'll see Katie in the 200 back, an event of course which she reached the final in Paris. And Lucy Hope goes in the 100 free. So she goes in the fastest heat of that, and I've always name checked Jack Macmillan, he goes in the fastest heat of the 100 free as well. But we kick off with the IM events, and it looks like it's going to be a University of Stirling event, certainly in the 400 IM. George Smith, the fastest qualifier into that, and certainly the University of Stirling have got 7 out of the first 8 quickest swimmers, on paper at least, Robert, going into that.
Yeah, very good representation from University of Stirling. They'll be in the fourth and fifth heats, because that's where the seeded heats are. The first 2 heats are not seeded for most of them, but for the 400 it's the first 3 heats, the last 2 are seeded. So that's the lineup.
It's great that we've got plenty of swimmers as well up from the northeast. Always a very popular event for them. A lot of the clubs from the northeast tend to come to our event. Sometimes as well as the English equivalent, but sometimes it's just easy to get up here from the northeast than it is to get down to wherever it is in England. Sheffield this year, I think.
Yeah, as you say, John, a lot from the northeast enjoy coming up and competing in Edinburgh, both at our short course championships and also at the Open, which is at the end of June. This is the big one at the end of the year for us.
And as you can see, we're about to kick off event 101. the Malin Open 400 metre IM. We've got 5 heats. Heat number 1 in lane 1. Dylan Mitchell goes for Warren de Baths. In 2, Finlay Bennett, South Lanarkshire. In lane 3, Aidan Anderson, University of Aberdeen Performance Squad. Lewis Gibson goes in 4 for South Ayrshire. Aaron Drake in 5 for Warren de Baths. Charlie Ward in 6 for Borough Stockton. Hayden Sterling for St Thomas. Arbroath St Thomas in 7. Ethan Williams from Newcastle in lane 8. Fastest qualifier, Lewis Gibson, South Ayrshire swimmer. Second in the Scottish summer meet. But it's swimmer in lane 1, Dylan Mitchell, who's gone off very quick. Youngster from Warren de Baths, who's already 2 or 3 body lengths ahead. In lane 8, in second place, Ethan Williams, one of the swimmers up from the northeast in Newcastle. So 4 lengths of each stroke. Gruelling event this, it's known as one of the hardest events in the pool. And it's the 2 outside lanes, Dylan in 1, Ethan in 8. Leading the way at the first split, 1:00:93. So we'll keep an eye on the next heats to see where they go. But at the minute, as I say, the 2 outside lanes leading the way. 3rd place in lane 4 for Lewis Gibson. 4th for Hayden Sterling. Charlie Ward in 5th, ahead of Aidan Anderson, Finlay Bennett and Aaron Drake. But the IM, as most of you already know, an event where a lot can change as we go through, particularly on the breaststroke leg. But it's still the outside lanes. Lane 8, Ethan Williams eased his way to the front now as they come up to the 150 metre mark on the backstroke side now. 2nd place for Dylan Mitchell, 3rd for Charlie Ward, 4th for Lewis Gibson. So butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle. And it's the youngster from Newcastle, 17-year-old Ethan Williams.
So that's quite a nice gap now. John, he's pulled about 3 or 4 clear of Dylan Mitchell. Dylan is a pretty good breaststroker, so we'll see how he does in the 3rd part of the race.
Yeah, just looking at the notes, Ethan is Scottish member of the Youth Academy at the turns at 2:13:07. 2nd place for Dylan Mitchell, 3rd place for Lewis Gibson, and we'll see now whether that gap will close down. No junior finals in this championship, so they've got to finish in the top 16 to get another swim tonight in this event. And Dylan Mitchell setting a really good pace at the minute. His lead at the minute is just over 3 seconds. 2nd place Dylan Mitchell, 3rd place Lewis Gibson, Aaron Drake in 4th, Aidan Anderson in 5th. Maybe that gap just closing down a little bit now between Ethan. 2:53:96, so it's down to a second. So judging by that, Dylan Mitchell could well be the leader after this if he continues to close that gap, and he is doing. So it's closed right up. Dylan Mitchell in 1, Ethan Million in 8. In 4th place now, Lewis Gibson coming through, and he's a very strong on the breaststroke, South Ayrshire swimmer. So still everything to play for, but it is the 15-year-old from Warren de Baths, Dylan Mitchell, who's moved ahead now of Ethan Williams as they come up to 300 metre mark. 3rd place Lewis Gibson. It looks like it's going to be between these 3, but Dylan touches first. 3:35:34 for him. 2nd place just about 2 seconds behind Ethan Williams, then Lewis Gibson in 3rd. Behind that tight between Finlay Bennett, Hayden Sterling and Charlie Ward, but it still looks as though it's going to be between the top 3 swimmers. Warren de Baths swimmer Dylan Mitchell leading, Ethan Williams in 2nd from Newcastle, Lewis Gibson in 3rd from South Ayrshire. Gap not really changing at the minute. Lewis Gibson trying hard in lane 4. He did have the fastest entry time in this heat, but he's got a lot to do with 50 metres to go, and the gap is just about a second. Dylan Mitchell leading the way, 34:96 for him. Lewis Gibson the fastest in the pool out of these 3, and he's working really hard now with about 35 metres to go. Can Dylan Mitchell hold on? It's probably the challenge is going to come late from Lewis Gibson. So it's Mitchell in 1, Gibson in 4, and Lewis Gibson is working incredibly hard with 50 metres to go. Dylan Mitchell in 1, Lewis Gibson in 4. Going to be very close. I think Dylan Mitchell's just going to hold on, is he? And I think he does as he comes under the flags and he touches. 4:43.49 for him. So that's a fantastic improvement. Youth Academy swimmer, 4:51 was his entry time. Second place in lane 4 was Lewis Gibson. Third place for Ethan Williams. But a really good start to the morning. A good personal best for our winner of heat number 1 from Warren Gabath, Dylan Mitchell.
Yeah, good start, John. Very exciting finish as well.
Yeah, the lead changed once or twice, but he held on from the fast finishing Lewis Gibson.
So we move on to our second heat. In 1 we've got Jack Philpott from Derwent and Gateshead. 2 is Taylor Horseman from Tadcaster. 3 Lucky Bremner from the Highland Swim Team. 4 is Jacob Barnett from City of Sunderland. 5 Conor Aspinall, East Lothian Swim Team. 6 Aidan Williamson, Highland Swim Team. 7 is Fraser Dow from Perth City. And 8 Kai Connolly from South Lanarkshire. So the times in this one, in the sort of high 40s, 440s, 447.38 through to 449.37. And Jacob Barnett in the middle lane, just the slight advantage. But 4 or 5 all pretty close behind him. And Barnett at the moment still leads. So the Sunderland swimmer, about a body length advantage after the first part. Now transition on to backstroke. Very similar time to the previous heat, 101.27. Mackie Bremner from the Highland Swim Team, turning a little bit further back in second. Over the far side, Jack Philpott is within striking distance, as is Aidan Williamson in lane 6. But still the City Sunderland swimmer with the advantage over Lucky Bremner. 7th at the summer meet, Lucky. Still a bit of body length advantage at the 150 mark. And at just a second or so advantage, Aidan Williamson and Jack Philpott closing a little bit. Conor Aspinall also trying to get into the mix here. So those 5 swimmers fairly well bunched. Taylor Horseman from Tadcaster over on the far side in lane 2, also still in the mix. This is all pretty close here. The City Sunderland swimmer just gets touched out by 100th of a second. Aidan Williamson 2:16.37 at halfway, a little bit slower on the previous heat. We'll see how the breaststroke separates them. Jacob now getting to work, just beginning to pull away a little bit from Aidan Williamson. Jack Philpott in third. Conor Aspinall trying to get in terms with them, along with Lucky Bremner. The City Sunderland swimmers having a very good breaststroke section here. So we're going pretty well in the lead now. It's just stretching that lead ever so slightly. So it's about 4 metres now.
Yeah, Jacob Cumterly, the fastest breaststroker in the field, making all the difference in this heat, and put clear blue water between him and the rest of the field.
Yeah, he's certainly looking good, John. Going a little bit faster than the previous heat. He really has motored on now. 3:31.13. Well, every chance of getting inside 4:40 here. That would be a nice improvement. 4:47.38, and he's well clear now. It's all about the time for Jacob. Second place is very much to play for. Aidan has about a second advantage over Jack Philpott. So with 50 to go, Jacob Barnett well clear, and we're looking at something probably around about the 4:34 is a finish. Still about a second and a half between Aidan and Jack for that second place. We'll keep an eye on the clock. Our leader comes down with around 15 to go. Very impressive swim here, John.
I think we may well see him back tonight, Robert. This has been an excellent back end. The last 200 has been fantastic.
Yeah, 4:34, 34:02. That's around 13 plus seconds faster. That's a cracking swim. Aidan Williamson well inside his time, 4:43.69, as was Jack, 4:46.51. Conor Aspinall also sneaks under his entry time. So great swims from those four lads, but a really fast time.
Yeah, 13 seconds off his entry time, which is very impressive. And looking at the entry times for the whole event, I think he's on the cusp of the
I think he's
the
got
A-stroke B final. I think he'll be top 12, I think.
Yeah.
So moving on to heat number 3, lane 1, we've got Archie Maguire, City of Sunderland. In lane 2, Nikolai Cisnet, City of Glasgow. In 3, Taylor Sinclair from Elgin. In 4, Jasper Hall, Newcastle. In 5, Jack Doherty Simpson, City of Glasgow. Lane 6, Jed Armitage from Highland. Lane 7, Aidan Bruce from Aberdeen. And lane 8, Oscar Churnside from Geary. We're going to have to go some to be that time in the previous heat. 4:34.02, fastest entry time here. Jasper Hall from Newcastle, somebody else up from the northeast. Second fastest, Jack Doherty Simpson, City of Glasgow, Youth Academy swimmer. The youngster Nikolai Cisnet goes in that, a member of the junior team. Very close down the first 50, and it is Nikolai leading the way, Scottish junior team member. Very powerful swimmer, good across all of the disciplines. And he's certainly not holding back this morning. Second place, very tight, possibly just in lanes 4 and 5. Jasper Hall in 4, Jack Doherty Simpson in 5. Nikolai leads the way, 1:01.31. Broadly the same time as the last heat, but the fantastic second half in that from Jacob Barnett, but he's already built up a big lead as Nikolai, second place in lanes 5 and 8. Jack Doherty Simpson in 5, Oscar Churnside in lane 8. But at the minute this is all about the youngster in lane 2, Nikolai Cisnet. Youngest Archie Maguire actually a year younger in lane 1, but I'm pretty sure Nikolai will be 14. If he's not, he'll be 14 very, very shortly. And he's built up a lead now of over nearly 4 seconds over the swimmer in lane 5, Jack Doherty Simpson. Oscar Churnside in 3rd.
Very good body position there that Nikolai's got.
He's just very strong, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's just very streamlined but very strong. He's been around the scene, the outstanding male swimmer in his own age group, has been for a couple of years now. 2:07.85, so a lot faster than the previous heat. But again, we've got to remember how quick Jasper Hall finished. But Nikolai leading the way. Second place for Jack Doherty Simpson. Third place for Oscar Churnside, head of Jed Armitage. Archie Maguire, Taylor Sinclair, Aidan Bruce and Jasper Hall. So you can just see Nikolai struggling a little bit on the breaststroke and being closed down by Jack Doherty Simpson. Very strong on the backstroke, Nikolai, but his lead is being significantly reduced. And Jack in second place coming through in lane 1, Archie Maguire, the youngster from Sunderland, also being well Aidan Bruce. But Nikolai's lead has been significantly reduced. It's less than 2 seconds now, and he may well not be the leader at the halfway mark. It's his teammate in lane number 5, Youth Academy swimmer, Jack Doherty Simpson. Working really hard.
Yeah, interesting. Jacob, his breaststroke splits were 37s, whereas Nikolai's first one was a 43. So there might not be much in it with 100 to go.
No, but
Similar time.
their time is outside that of the previous heat now, and again it was a really quick last 100, and it's a new leader, Jack Doherty Simpson, 3:33.56. Second place, Nikolai Cisner. Third place, Aidan Bruce. And these three look like it's going to be the 1, 2, 3, unless things change significantly in the last 75 metres. But Nikolai coming back now on the freestyle. Jack leading, but Nikolai's not giving this one up. Aidan Bruce finishing strongly in lane 7 as well, the Aberdeen swimmer. So it's still Jack leading the way. That gap now is just over a second to Nikolai in second. Aidan Bruce working hard in lane 7. No one really coming through from behind to challenge these three. So with 25 metres to go, it's the City of Glasgow 1-2, just Jack Doherty Simpson, Nikolai Cisner, but Aidan Bruce trying to get in amongst it, and it's going to be very close with about 15 metres to go. Doherty Simpson in 5, Cisner in 2, Bruce in 7. But it's going to be the swimmer in lane 5 who's going to hold them off, I think, just. And he does, but only by 13 hundredths of a second, 4:39.38. From the fast finishing Aidan Bruce in second, and Nikolai Cisner third in 4:40.21. All comfortably under their entry times, and good PBs for those three boys. May sneak into a B final tonight.
That's every chance. That was a cracking swim. Aidan Bruce flying at the end, but another exciting heat. And some very nice times from some of these swimmers. So this is the first of the two seeded heats. In 1, we've got Thomas Traynor from South Lanarkshire. 2, Fraser Tetlow, University of Aberdeen Performance. 3, Emma Davison from Perth City. 4, David Annis. 5, Angus Allison. 6, Finlay Davies. They're all from University of Stirling. 7, Peter McGrowder from Derwent and Gateshead. And in lane 8, James Borey from Geary. So the times in this one, fastest is David Annis on a 4:10.51 through to 4:39.6. So all these guys are going to swim pretty fast to ensure both A and B finals. A few swimmers sub 4:40, and at 4:34.02 from Jacob in that second heat. So three have taken out pretty strongly, all very much together. Finlay Davis, David Annis and Emma Davison. Yeah, just be Finlay.
Two swimmers in their first year at Stirling University. Finlay Davis moved up from Midlothian, and David Annis came up from the Royal Wolverhampton School down in the Midlands. Both first year at University in Stirling.
Yeah, Finlay a very solid IM swimmer. And has a slight advantage over other two swimmers, Evan and David. For the moment, Finlay Davis, who last year in April was our national age group champion at this event. And at the moment, is roughly body length advantage over David Annis. Fifth at the European Juniors, and second at the Ontario Junior Championship. That's where his entry time comes from. It's still Finlay Davis with the advantage just at halfway. He's got about a second over the other two swimmers who are still very much in the mix here. A nice pull out there from David, just closing that gap, and Evan Davison also well there. He was Evan Davison sixth at that Ontario event, behind David. And the three of them almost together. Kind of think David's just about upsides Finlay, but it's all pretty tight.
It's a cracking race with what, about 110 metres to go. These three can't be separated, can they?
And you think Davison's just edged ahead here. Perth swimmer, red cap, change of leader. 3:18.35. There's just over a second between Evan and Finlay in third place, and it looks as though those two just pulling away.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it develops with 50 metres to go, whether they're going to go for it all out in the heat or leave a little bit for the final. I think the top four swimmers have pulled well clear and look like they may well be heading into the A final. Certainly you would expect at least three of them to do that.
Angus Allison closing on Finlay Davis now. He's still got body length to make up though to get third. Now there's very little between David and Evan. David just coming down with a minor advantage, but you can see how relaxed both of them are, John.
Yeah, it's going to be a cracking final tonight, this one.
Yeah.
So it's going to be well worth
Actually
tuning in
touching
later.
together, almost together, 400s in it. And 4:25.14 in fourth, Angus Allison. I'll just take a little note of that time, John. That may well be enough to get him into the A final.
Yeah, outside their entry times, but you'd expect that in the heat, in the seeded heats, keeping a little bit back for tonight. Looked very comfortable. David Amis in particular looked very smooth on that freestyle. We expect a quicker time tonight. And chatting to, just having a wee chat to his teammate in lane 4, George Smith.
Yeah.
Beat that time, he says. See you tonight in the final.
James Bodie 4:35 was in fifth place, so at 4:34 at the moment is the fifth fastest time, so you certainly expect Jacob Barnett to be at least in the B final, maybe in one of the middle lanes.
Yeah, we've got a withdrawal from the fastest heat. Unfortunately, Andrew Patoli can't swim. He's just coming back from chicken pox. We might see him later in the weekend, but not swimming this morning. In lane 1, who we do have, we've got Matthew Scott from Newcastle. Toby Bullock goes in lane 2 from Midlothian. Lane 4, George Smith. Lane 5, Piers Greening. Lane 6, Cameron Rapson, all University of Stirling. Lane 7, Gregor Ross, City of Glasgow. And lane 8, Benjamin Beale, Derwent side.
Yeah, another Midlothian swimmer, John, that was national age group champion in a slightly younger age group, Toby Bullock.
Yeah, Toby, a member of the Youth Academy. You'd expect the middle lanes to eventually pull clear in this one. Fastest entry time is George Smith, now a member of the Scottish senior team, having completed his residency. Also one of the outstanding younger British swimmers, being a member of the GB Podium Potential squad. George now leads the way, 58.97 down that first 100. Piers Greening in second place. Also from the University of Stirling. Piers is his fourth year at Stirling. In second place, third place for Cameron Rapson, also from Stirling. Benjamin Beale from the northeast in lane 8 in fourth place, ahead of Gregor Ross, and then the two youngsters Toby Bullock and Matthew Scott in the lanes 1 and 2. Benjamin Beale only 14 as well from Derwent and Gateshead. But it's the two seeded swimmers now. George Smith in 4, Piers Greening in 5. Can't be separated as they turn. Third place for the youngster in lane 8, Benjamin Beale. Cameron Rapson in 4th, Gregor Ross in 5th. But they're making it look very easy as they come up to the halfway mark. George Smith just in second place, 2:05.86 for Pierce on the turn. George, an outstanding breaststroke swimmer in his own right. He's to the front now. Won this event at the Scottish Open last summer. Second at British universities. Won this event last year, so defending champion. Second place for Pierce. 1, 2, 3 for Stirling at the minute, with Cameron in third place. Gregor Ross in fourth. City of Glasgow swimmer. A little bit slower than the previous heat at the halfway mark, just by a couple of seconds. George Smith, probably the best breaststroker in the field. He's just about a body length ahead of Pierce now in second. 3:18.10, so you can't really split the 2 times from the previous heat, but just a quarter of a second, which is nothing over this distance. And they're going to come, I would imagine, in a time round about 4:20. Be interested to see whether George wants lane 4 tonight, or he just settles for a place in the A final. Pierce Greening working harder of the two, George looking a bit more comfortable. Third place for Cameron Rapson, I think we'll see him back here in the A final tonight. And after that, it's anyone's, it's up for grabs. And as I say, when we look at the results later, they'll be provisional, because we have got some more heats this afternoon. But George looking very comfortable, the University of Stirling swimmer. 20 now is George. He's in his third year up in Stirling. And he's now pulled a couple of body lengths ahead of Pierce in second, who in turn is probably 2 to 3 body lengths ahead of Cameron. It's going to be 1, 2, 3 for the University of Stirling. And the time is 4:20.89, just the fastest of the morning, so we'll see him in lane 4 tonight. If you do get a chance to come back onto live stream tonight, the first won't be the first final, because we'll have an 800 probably first, but the 400 IM shaping up to be a cracking final. George is first, second for Piers Greening, third for Cameron Rapson. Pretty sure that they'll all be in the A final tonight. After that, Toby Bullock finished fast for fourth time.
Well done, Toby Bullock. He was flying. I think he's in the A final.
Has he sneaked in?
I think so. I think he's just scraped in ahead of Jacob Barnett.
Well, those results should come up on our screen next, and just to reiterate, these are provisional, but it'll take a big ask from anyone to get in the A final tonight. Indeed. But we might see 1 or 2 in the B final, and we always expect to see 1 or 2 and make a C final. But let's see who the fastest 8 were. George Smith will be the fastest. Should come up on the screens next.
It'd be good to see that in just a moment. Here we are. I was right.
Absolutely.
Toby Bullock sneaks in, as you can see, 5 seconds.
6 Stirling swimmers, a Perth City and a Midlothian. Jacob Barnett, we knew he was a good swimmer on the cusp of the A final, fastest into the B final, the Sunderland swimmer, and the Glasgow youngster at the minute is provisional, Nikolai Sisner, in that B final in 16th place. Rest of the time's coming through. Some really good personal bests this morning.
Swimmers that will be swimming in the afternoon will have entry times probably 4:50, either extremely high 4:51 or 4:52. So they're going to take 12-13 seconds off that to get them into a B final. It can be done.
Jacob Barnett just did it.
We've had a few taking that sort of amount out, so it can be done. So 5 heats now for the ladies. 7 go in this one. It's lane 1, far side, Gemma Brown from Carnegie. 2, Missy Carty, Fauldhouse Penguins. 3, Amiro, City of Glasgow. 4 is Marley Dow from City of Sunderland. 5, Lexi Lamont from Aberdeen. 6, Chloe Bitherton from South Tyne. And 7, Abby Coventry from Morpeth. Those two, the last 2 I've mentioned, just 13. Entry times in this range from 5:13.91 to 5:17.26. So Lexi Lamont with that white cap of Aberdeen just shades it, and it's all pretty close. 6 swimmers, all pretty well bunched at 75. Far side, Macy Carty, Amirel. Then 2 and 3 well there. Amirel maybe just coming through. just to take it up. Lexi Lamont also well there with Chloe Brotherton. They're all pretty close. It's the far side. Macy Carty, Gemma Brown, 1, 2, 3, 1, 11, 19. But we're barely 2 seconds between all 7 swimmers. It's still Amiral though. Girls on the far side, 1, 2 and 3, as we were after the butterfly. Red cap of Falthouse in second place. Chloe Brotherton going nicely in lane 6. It's roughly less than 3 seconds cover the whole field. Lexi Lamont, the early leader, dropping back in this backstroke section. 3 girls tightly bunched. Amy Rowe, Macy Carty, Chloe Brotherton.
Yeah, keep an eye out on the, we've got 2 13-year-olds in this event, including Abby Coventry in lane 7. She's a member of the Youth Academy, up here this week from Morpeth, who always bring a big squad up to this event. Yeah, she's going nicely.
We'll see how she goes on the breaststroke section. Abby, national age group champion back in April. A nice turn from her, gets her into the mix. Amy Rowe, just the leader from Macy Carty, Chloe Brotherton on 2:30.65. Well, it's now the Falthouse swimmer. Good turn there from Macy. That's one thing, short course John, maximise the turns.
Absolutely.
It's a skill in its own right, and
it is.
We'll see how she manages this one. She's got about a body length advantage. And both those girls getting lots of the wall there. An advantage of just about 1.5 seconds. And, those 2 swimmers just beginning to pull away a little bit. Amiral just holds third. Manly Bow trying to get into the mix in the middle lane. But the advantage still over the far side in lane 2. There's not much between the 2 though. All to play for on the freestyle section. Those 2 girls separated by less than a second. 4:00.84, 4:01.75. Macy Carty still maintains about a body length advantage. She's got to work with the legs. Another 2 girls behind Marley Bow and Amy Rowe contesting third. And it looks as though it's lanes 2 and 7. Falthouse swimmer still with that marginal advantage. The gap still just under a second. It's 0.67. Macy still maintains marginal advantage. But Abby Coventry now beginning to try and get the legs going out the final turn. And the Morpeth swimmer gets to work down the final stretch. There's not much between it, but she saved that a little bit. And Abby Coventry's swam a very, very composed swim. 5:12.85, 5:13.86. Good swims from both these girls, improving by some 4 seconds and 3 seconds respectively. Amirel finishes strongly, almost on her entry time to take third. Well, it changed quite a few times there, John.
Yeah, and as you said, Abby Coventry very strong in the second half of the race. Macy Carty had the better turns, and every time she caught up, she pulled away a little bit on the turn, but Abby had just left a little bit in the tank, and she managed to come through and win that heat in a nice PB, 4 seconds. As we move on to our second heat. In this one, we've got Lily Ella Curran, Aquanaut Jackson Newcastle in 1, Alice Ward goes in 2, Borough of Stockton. Abigail Crawford, City of Glasgow in 3, Ellen Denny, Geary in 4, Abby Whitfield, Derwent and Gateshead in 5, Sydney Boyd, Midlothian in 6, Olivia Caldwell, City of Glasgow in 7, and Ruby Robinson from Tadcaster in 8. Very well matched, as you would expect, after about 40 metres. Possibly just Ellen Denny in lane 4 leading the way, the Geary swimmer. Fastest entry time 5:10:33, and she does lead after 50, ahead of Alice Ward in 2nd, Abigail Crawford in 3rd, Ellen Denny 3rd in the Scottish Summer Meet in this event, 5th at Scottish Schools, so a rich pedigree of doing this event and swimming it well. Geary traditionally go well in the longer distance events. I'm sure we'll see a lot of their swimmers in the 800 and the 1500 over this weekend. She leads the way, very close for 2nd, possibly just lane 2, Alice Ward, Abigail Crawford in 3, and in lane 6, Sydney Boyd, but 1:07:87, so that's quite a lot faster than the previous heat, just over 3 seconds. 2nd place for Alice in 2, 3rd for Abigail in 3, Sydney in 6, Liliella in 1, Olivia in 7, Abby in 5, Ruby in 8. A long way to go. This is the event where you do see change as we go through, simply because we swap strokes after every 100 metres, and in particular the breaststroke, you can see significant changes. So quite often someone who's just a little bit behind can come through on the breaststroke leg. You may well see that in this heat, but at the minute it's Ellen Denny leading the way. But she's being closed down significantly by Sydney Boyd in lane 6. Sydney swimming from Midlothian, and she's by far and away the fastest backstroker in the field. Olivia Caldwell in lane 7, also going well on the backstroke, but a bit more to make up. But Sydney has come through, and her and Ellen now go neck and neck. 3rd place in lane 3 for Abigail Crawford, over Alice Ward in lane 2. But it's Midlothian swimmer, Sydney Boyd. 2nd in the Scottish Summer Meet. 7th at Snags in this age group. She turns first, 2:26:61. So 4 seconds faster than the previous heat. Now see what happens on the breaststroke leg. So it's Sydney Boyd in lane 6 leading the way. 2nd place for Ellen Denny, but already being pressurised by Abigail Crawford in lane 3. City of Glasgow swimmer, and she looks possibly the strongest breaststroker of the 3 at this minute. Early days with 25 metres of the 100 to go, but she's already started to close down on the leader, having moved from 3rd place after 100. Abigail Crawford in 3, Sydney Boyd in 6, Ellen Denny in 4. It's going to be the Glasgow swimmer who's going to lead turn first, ahead of Sydney Boyd. She took over 2 seconds off her on that 50, starting to come through on the breaststroke leg. You'll see now Abby Whitfield in lane 5, 42 seconds, so she will start to close the gap, but she's a long way back. But it's Abigail Crawford and Sydney Boyd, 1 and 2. 3rd place still for Ellen Denny in lane 4. 4th place in lane 1 for Liliella Curran from the Aquajets Club in Newcastle. There's been a very strong breaststroke leg from Abigail Crawford, and she's going to lead at the 300 metre mark. Her time 3:55:54, so just over 5 seconds faster than the previous heat. So hopefully we'll be in a time here of around 5:07, 5:08, which will be well inside her entry time of 5:12. 2nd place for Sydney Boyd, 3rd place for Ellen Denny, 4th place for Liliella Curran, Abby Whitfield in 5th. They're going to have to go some to get into the top 3. And if anything, Abigail Crawford is now pulling away this youngster from City of Glasgow. 3rd in the Scottish national age groups in this event. Her entry time 5:12 dead, so she's going to be well inside that as things stand at the minute. 2nd place for Sydney Boyd, but she's being closed down by Ellen Denny. Coming well is Liliella Curran in 1, going well in 2, Alice Ward. But no one's going to get anywhere near our leader, and she's going to post the fastest swim of the morning so far. It's going to be City of Glasgow's Abigail Crawford. and she's come through on the breaststroke leg and pulled further and further away. The battle's going on for second, but it's going to be Abigail Touches first, 5:08.11, fastest time of the morning. Good race on for second. That goes to Sydney Boyd, ahead of Ellen Denny in third, Lily Ella Currant in fourth, and the fast finishing Alice Ward. But your winner of Heat 2, City of Glasgow's Abigail Crawford.
A good steady swim from Abigail, about 4 second improvement, John. Sydney also just inside her entry time. It's great watching the IM where it just changes on each section. It's more so in the earlier heats. They've got different strengths in the IM. So this is the third heat. We have a empty lane. First swimmer in one is Ellie Kennedy from City Glasgow. The lane 2 is empty. So we have in lane 3 Mary Mishenko from University of Aberdeen Performance, 4 Rosie Foster from Wonder Bass Club, 5 Erin Jones, Newcastle, 6 Maya Rogers for Wonder Bass Club, 7 Caris Mooney, City Glasgow, and in 8 Matilda Hendon from Tadcaster. So times in this one, 5:07.80 through to 5:09.98. So all the girls just inside that 5:10. Some of them will be hoping to get inside 5 minutes or get close to 5 minutes, I'm sure, John. And that might give them an opportunity to get into the B final.
Yeah, they're just outside the top 16 in terms of time, so you'd expect one or two of these faster swimmers to be pushing for a B final place at least, Robert. So it'll be interesting to see how they go, but it's the far side of the pool leading the way at the minute.
Ellie Kennedy, Mary Mishenko, Rosie Foster, 7:79, less than second between the three at the first section. And Mary Mishenko coming through just to shade this now. So the Ukrainian swimming for University of Aberdeen Performance. It's about a body length advantage. This is the field a long way back. So at this early stage, 3 swimmers have got very much the race between them. Almost a 38. Matilda Hendon in 4th. She's going best of the rest. At the moment, Rosie Foster trying to stick with Mary. So a halfway mark. Very similar split to the previous heat.
It's a bit quicker.
So we've now got the chase on the breaststroke. Mary Mishenko still maintains 3 or 4 metres advantage. 2 outside lanes trying to get in terms, Ellie Kennedy and Matilda Hendon. At the moment, Mary looks to be still pretty comfortable here.
Yeah, the way things she's going, she's looking for a time, I would say, below 5:05, so she's going to be...
So 44 seconds there, Ellie Kennedy a 43, and Matilda 44, Rosie Foster a 48, so she's dropped back as Rosie. Rogers and Caris Mooney also trying to get into the mix here in lanes 6 and 7. Our leader well clear now. She has a fairly strong freestyle, Mary. I don't expect Ellie Kennedy to be able to pull that back. She's probably about 3 metres or so back.
Yeah, comfortably the fastest breaststroke for Ellie Kennedy, and she's made inroads into that lead, but she's got a lot to do. 3:51.57, so it's about 4 seconds faster than the previous heat at this stage.
Around 3-second advantage that Mary has, and she's certainly not going to give this up now. She's pulling away again in the freestyle section. All to play for third place. Rosie Foster coming through strongly again, along with Karis Mooney, Maya Rogers, Tilda Hendon, Mary Mashenko. Final 50 for Mary, so looking at something around about 5:03 maybe. Ellie Kennedy at the moment hanging on for second place. Rosie Foster chasing her down along with Karis Mooney. Ellie Kennedy may just hang on to second, but Mary Mashenko, just keep an eye on the clock here. I'm sure she'll get at least into a B final with this time. Great swim, 5:02.85. Ellie Kennedy hanging on just to take second ahead of Karis Mooney, I think, who just touched in third. Ellie Kennedy 5:09.05, Karis Mooney 5:09.85. Very much on their entry times, but a very good swim from Mary. Proves by some 5 seconds, John.
Yeah, and she got a chance to do it all over again tonight. 2 400 IMs in one day.
Yeah,
we think.
And a couple of swimmers just under the 5:10, and Rosie Foster 5:10.03 in fourth place.
This is first of our seeded heats now. 2 seeded heats in the 400 events. In lane 1, Eve Halisi from Newcastle. In 2, Seren Talentire from Morpeth. In 3, Rebecca Reid from Aberdeen. In lane 4, Emma Price, Borough Stockton. Neve Savarai, Newcastle in 5. Ella Smith, Borough Stockton in 6. Alice Cumming, City of Glasgow in 7. And Izzy Munnett from Morpeth in 8. So 6 swimmers from the North East in this event, in this heat. 1 from Aberdeen and 1 from Glasgow. And Seren Talentire, a youngster from Morpeth, who has been to this event for several years now, leading the way. A very good young junior swimmer. As I say, a regular up in Edinburgh. And she's already built up a big lead from, in second place, Alice Cumming. In third place, Neve Sivry. Time to beat 5:02.85. Her entry time 5:01.30. As they come to the first turn, 1:04.42, so it's already a bit faster than the previous heat, just over 3 seconds. Second place for Emma Price, third place for Neve Savary, fourth place for Eve Halisi, ahead of Alice Cumming, Ella Smith, Rebecca Reid and Izzy Munnett. Northumberland and Durham County Championship bronze medalist in this event. Seren Talentire, 5:01.30, her entry time. Second place in lane 4 for Emma Price. Eve Halisi going well in lane 1 in third. We'll see how it turns on the back. Fastest backstroke at this time is in lanes 2, 1 and 4. Emma and Eve, about a second faster than Seren. So that gap is closing and continues to close. So we've got a good race on here. Seren Talentire leads in lane 2.
Watch the turn from Seren, the leader. She gets best part of 8 or 9 metres.
In lanes 1 and 4 closing the gap. Emma in 4, Eve in 1. And these three are going to be very closely together. Eve coming through in lane 5. Teammate of Eve in lane 1. So the 2 Newcastle swimmers going well in 1 and 5. But Seren turns first, 2:20.89, about a second and a half faster than the previous heats. We'll see who the outstanding breaststroke swimmer is. At the minute, possibly looks like it might be Emma Price from Borough Stockton. Very long, very smooth, and she's starting to press Seren for the lead. Third place, Eve in lane 1. Still going well in lane 5. Neve, Rebecca in 3, working hard to stay with them. But no surprise to see lane 4, Emma Price, start to come through. Third fastest on paper here, 4:50.48. So she's got a very good, strong pedigree in this event. Seren sticking with her though. It's in lane 2, Eve Felicity in lane 1, also there, and it's closing up nicely with Neve Savarai coming through in lane 5 as well. So we've got 4 swimmers, 5 with Rebecca Reid, working really hard, which bodes well for pushing it down the last 100 to make sure they get in the A final later tonight. So we're going to have a race in our hands here. 4 swimmers just about in line, but the swimmer in lane 4, Emma Price, leading from Seren Talentai in 2. A strong breaststroke leg from Neve Savarai in 5. Newcastle swimmer ahead of teammate Eve Felicity in 1. So with 100 metres to go, who touches first? Emma Price, 3:48.86. About 3 seconds faster than the previous heat. But everything to play for. Emma in 4, Seren in 2, Neve in 5, Eve in 1. Working hard in lane 6 is Ella Smith, trying to get into the mix, but she's left it late. But it's the fastest entry time. Emma Price, Borough Stockton swimmer, leading the way, looking pretty controlled with about 50 metres to go. Our really leader still there in second place, Seren Talentai, pushing hard, close for third. The 2 Newcastle swimmers in 1 and 5. Eve in 1 and Eve in 5. But it's the Borough Stockton swimmer, Emma Price, about a body length ahead of Seren, who in turns a body length ahead of Eve and Neem. Can't split the 2 Newcastle swimmers. But it looks like this is going to go the way of the northeast. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. But in what order? Still coming through in lane 6 is Ella Smith, but she's left it late. But it's going to be the swimmer in lane 4, Emma Price from Borough Stockton, is going to take this heat. She's going to touch first, 4:55.63. I think we'll see her back here in the A final later. Second place was Seren Talentai, 4:56.90, so a nice improvement from her on her entry time. Third place, Eve Felicity, ahead of teammate Neve Savarai. Result confirmed, your winner, Borough Stockton's Emma Price. But 5 swimmers there below 4:58.
So these swimmers have got to swim under 5 minutes, John, if they want to be in the A final tonight.
Yeah, 5 swimmers there, sub 4:58.
And 4 of them have times under 5 minutes, the other 4 haven't. So over on the far side we've Amber Hinton from Dumfries. In 2, Tommy Jameson, University of Aberdeen Performance. 3, Alice Forrest, Derwent and Gateshead. 4, Susie McNair, University of Aberdeen University of Stirling rather. 5 is Nuala Gow from Gary. 6, Evie O'Halloran Hudson from Derwent and Gateshead. 7, Tegan Black, East Lothian Swim Team. And in 8, Catherine Borey, University of Aberdeen Performance. Now Susie McNair, strong start from her. Going out extremely strongly indeed to Susie. Third in this last year, that's where her entry time comes from. And she's also the British summer champion. By far the top 17-year-old in Scotland, Susie. Out very strongly indeed, 103.89. And she's a very good all-rounder, John. A few years ago, when she was probably about 14, her breaststroke was certainly worked on significantly, and that has really paid dividends over the last 2 or 3 years. She really homed in on the breast, and hasn't really many weaknesses in this event.
You know, she's a strong favourite, Robert, to win this today. She's been right there for several years now, and made that step now from Stirling Swim, where she's been fantastically supported, to the University of Stirling, combining that with her last year at school.
And well out Alice Forrest, going pretty well in second place. Alice fourth at the British Championships. She's another swimmer sub 5 minutes. Evil Howard Hutchison turning in third. Derwent side Gateshead.
Yeah, it's a good race on behind Susie.
Yeah.
Susie clearly much faster than the rest of the field. 10-second entry time. 10 second ahead on entry time, so a strong favourite, but it'd be really interesting to see who can get in the A final here. A lot of the swimmers very closely matched on paper, but Susie's going to be comfortably ahead of the rest, and Alice going well in second, but then it's very close. Geary Newgau coming through as you would expect on the breaststroke. Evie O'Halloran and Hutchison in lane 6, so everything to play for to try and get in that final. And I do think that the silver and bronze medals tonight are up for grabs, but Susie a very strong favourite for gold.
Nuala Gow, this very much breaststroke section is where she'll come through. Looking very strong is Nuala. As you said, John, swimmers from Geary. Very strong on both IM and some of the distance events, and obviously 200 butterfly, another one that they relish doing. Nuala Gow coming through very strongly indeed. And those 4 swimmers, as we suspected, all looking pretty good to get into that A final rather. Susie McNair 3:39.30. She won't be working too hard now. She's done all the hard work earlier on. Others 2 behind her, roughly about 10 seconds further back on time. They'll need to keep it going to ensure that they get into that final, A final this evening.
Yeah, all 3 of them got to be under 4:58, otherwise one of them's going to miss out. So it's going to be fairly close, that one, I think.
I think Alice Forrest looks good, and Nuala Gow probably at the moment hanging in there for an appearance in that final, but she's being challenged by Evie O'Halloran Hutchison, who's now possibly just got into 3rd place. Susie McNair though, very comfortable swim from Susie, 4:47.52. Alice Forrest will certainly be in that final. Nuala Gow just touched out. Yep. 4:57.11, 4:57.23.
It's going to be.
That might be significant. She might just miss out.
I think she's in. I think there's 5 swimmers for sub 4:58.
Yeah.
But I think there's 3 from the previous heat were all higher than that. So
yeah.
I think they'll both be in, but it'll be less than a second.
Yeah. Tony Jameson 5:06.65. Probably good enough to get into the final. As you said, John, Nuala Gow in 6th place. That's the top 8.
100th of a second. Ella Smith missed the A final though in a 400 metre IM race.
There we go. Crawford at the moment 5:08.11 holds the position in 16th. So it means swimmers have got to swim about 10 seconds faster than that's the fastest heat that we'll have this afternoon to get into that B final. So that's all the IM complete. We move to 100 freestyle for male and open, and then female.
So 5 heats of this one and 3 finals tonight, so the top 24 go through. So we will see 40 swimmers this morning, and they'll be all trying to get in A, B and C finals. So it'll be fairly fast and furious. Lane 1, Cameron Jameson from Repton. Lane 2, Josh Press, University of Stirling. Lane 3, Anthony Fock, Birmingham University. Magnus Morris for Stirling goes in 4. Seagulls Edward Bell in 5. Gabe McCartan, University of Stirling in 6. Finlay Sang, City of Glasgow in 7. Logan Van der Meulen, Stirling Swim in 8. So this gets a bit quicker. Turns every 12 seconds or so, so not too long to get your breath in this one. Far side of the pool, Cameron Jameson, Josh Press going well at the minute, and they're going to have it down the first 50. Cameron turns first, head of Josh in second, Finley Sang third in lane 7. So Cameron Jameson in 1, Josh Press in 2, Finley Sang in 7. Finley Sang maybe just turning first. This is going to be pretty close. Lanes 1, 2 and 7 coming through in 3, Anthony Fogg. Finley Sang in 7, Cameron Jameson in 1 on the touch. It's coming to lane 1, I think, gets it, is it? Yes, Cameron Jameson, 51.22. Second place for Finley Sang. Third place for Josh Press, 51.22.
All very much around their entry times, John.
Yeah, not much time to catch breath, was there, in that one?
So the second heat, Kieran Lennox in 1, University of Aberdeen Performance, Jensen Norwich, Perth City in 2, 3, Conor Massey, City Glasgow, 4, Finlay Strachan, also City Glasgow, 5, Callum Peebles, Edinburgh University, Zach Slater, Edinburgh University in 6, 7, Josh Denham, University of Stirling, and teammate Liam Dawson goes in 8. Well, might just be the near side, Liam Dawson. Also over on the far side, Kieran Lennox, the 2 outside lanes, and Finlay Strachan in 4. Lane 8, Liam Dawson, a little bit faster than that previous heat, and Kieran Lennox over on the far side going well. Coming through now strongly is lane 4, Finlay Strachan to get upsides those 2. It looks as though it's Liam Dawson though, still with the advantage. Finlay I think will get second, and Jensen Norris just touched out for third. Josh Denham takes third, so the winning time 50.45, Liam Dawson in 8, Finlay Strachan in 4, 50.71 and 50.91, Josh Denham in lane 7. A wee bit faster, some of these swimmers than their entry times there, John.
Yeah, it was a good time as we move on to heat number 3. Lane 1, Brodie Gordon-Gibson, Edinburgh University. Limerick's Dermot Sutton in 2. Leon Molam, University of Stirling in 3. Tom Carswell, Bruno Kempster, Edinburgh Universities in lanes 4 and 5. Henry Baker, University of Stirling in 6. Blake Godfrey goes for Tux in 7. Aidan Casey, City Glasgow in 8. Lane 7 going well, Blake Godfrey. Also going well in the middle lanes, Tom Carswell and Bruno Kempster. Welsh international Tom Carswell, better known as the butterfly swimmer. Lane 5, Bruno Kempster. But it's Blake Godfrey leading the way from Brodie Gordon-Gibson in lane number 1. Third place for Bruno Kempster, Tom Carswell in 4. But at the minute it's Tux Blake Godfrey leading the way ahead of Brodie Gordon-Gibson, so it's lanes 1 and 7. Good turn from Brodie Gordon-Gibson. Gordon-Gibson in 1, Blake Godfrey in 7. Between these two, as they come under the flags, who's going to get on the touch? Lane 1 possibly? It is Brodie Gordon-Gibson, 49.46. Good swim from him. Second place was Blake Godfrey, sub 52nd for him, and third place Bruno Kempster. But your winner from lane 1, Edinburgh University's Brodie Gordon-Gibson.
Good swim from that outside lane from Brodie. That should get him, I could say, into the B final, John, at that time.
We'll certainly see him again tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah. So the fourth heat, Arnold Course from University of Stirling in 1. Timothy Mann from Tux in 2. Thomas Leggett, University of Stirling 3. Evan Bailey in 4. Cormac Ryan in 5, both from Limerick. Evan Davison, Perth City 6. Owen Mann from Tux in 7. And Solomon Williams from Edinburgh University goes in 8. Now it's lane 4, Erin Bailey out strongly, 23.09. We're at the Irish short course and already got about a body length advantage. Thomas Leggett well there, and of course over in 1, and very tight for the minor places, but Evan Bailey takes that. Lane 3. Thomas Liggett takes second, just ahead of Cormac Ryan. And running time there, 48.62. The other two under the 50-second mark.
And we move on to our final heat. Harry Sharp goes in 1 for Warren de Baths, Finley Club in 2 for Edinburgh University, Rory McKinnon in 3 for City of Glasgow, Jack McMillan in 4 for University of Stirling, Stefan Kravitz in 5 for Edinburgh University, Arvin Shahal and Jack Munsey in 6 and 7, both universities in Stirling, as is Lucas Brown in lane 8. Strong favourite, Jack McMillan, 8th in the British Championships in this event. Fastest entry time here, he leads well. So going well in lane 5, Stefan Kravitz. Stefan, a member of the Scottish national team, but Jack's leading the way from Stefan in 2nd place. Going well in lane 3, Rory McKinnon. These three have it at the minute. Jack McMillan's turns first, 22.80, ahead of Stefan Kravitz in 2nd. 3rd place for Rory McKinnon. 4th for Finley Club, but Jack McMillan looking very comfortable. Olympic gold medalist in the 4x2 relay, swam in the heats in Paris, and he's looking very comfortable here. Close for 2nd between lanes 3 and 5. Rory McKinnon in 3, Stefan Kravitz in 5, but Jack McMillan takes this one very comfortably, 48.13. 2nd place for Rory McKinnon, 3rd place for Arvin Shahal. There's your 1, 2, 3, Jack, Rory and Arvin. 4th place for Stefan Kravitz. Provisional finalists for tonight come through after this, and there they are: Jack McMillan, Evan Bailey, Rory McKinnon. B final provisional, Thomas Leggett through to Aaron Olkers. And provisional C finalist will be 17 to 24. Aidan Kay through to Jensen Norris. That may change because we've got some more heats this afternoon, so that's all provisional.
Brody Gordon Gibson, one of the earlier heats, managed to get into that A final, John, in 6th place.
Yeah, be a good final tonight, but I would expect Jack to start as a strong favourite. Evan Bailey from Limerick, give him a good race, I think, as we move on to our ladies.
So the first heat, Jade Blake, University of Stirling in 1, 2, Ola McInnes, Heart of Midlothian, 3, Isabel Wood, Edinburgh University, 4, Zoe Giddon from Warner Bass Club, 5, Sophie McClure from Tadcaster, 6, Eve Wood, Orkney, 7, Miriam Mardell from University of Aberdeen Performance, and in lane 8, Vicky Watson, Burris Doctor. 57s and 58s the times, and out strongly is Eve Wood, Orcadian in lane 6, going very strongly. Over the far side is Jade Blake, and a little between them, 27.43 and 27.70 respectively. That's the advantage over on the far side. Coming through strongly is Isabel Wood and Zoe Giddon to challenge for 2nd and 3rd, along with Eve Wood. He's just dropping back a little bit. Jade Blake's got this one. Or has she? I think she's just touched out by Eve Wood, Isabel Wood, and Jade Blake. Very much on the touch there. Getting back up, Eve Wood 57.98, Isabel Wood 58.03 and 58.09. Jade Blake, nothing in it there, John, at the death.
As you would expect, very close as we move on to our 2nd heat. Erin O'Meara goes in lane 1 for Aquanaut Jets Newcastle. Josephine Klein in 2, University of Stirling. Maisie Elliott's up from Bath University in 3. Kenna Cutzer in 4, Ashley Drake in 5, both Warren de Bath. Lillian Mundell in 6, Heart of Midlothian. Elena Morgan in 7, University of Stirling, and Natalie Marshall in 8, West Lothian. Fastest entry time, Kiana Kutzer, 57.06, but it's in lane 3. Maisie Elliott leading the way, going well in lane 2, Josephine Klein. So it's that side of the pool that has it. Touches first, Maisie Elliott, ahead of Josephine in second. Third place for Ashley Drake, 27.43.
Similar split, John.
Lane 3, Maisie Elliott, swimmer from Bath University, the eldest swimmer in this. No, she's not. Elena Morgan's a year older actually, but 21. Going tightening up for second. Possibly just still in lane 2, Josephine Klein, but this looks like it's going to go the way of Bath University's Maisie Elliott. Is she going to hold on from Josephine? It's going to be close, and she does. 56.90, so just about a second faster than the previous heat for our winner, Maisie. Second place was Josephine Klein. Third place, Elena Morgan. That's your 1, 2, 3 for heat number 2.
So on to the third heat. Emma Scoparini from Swimwear Slogan in 1. Evie Mackey, South Lanarkshire 2. Millie Kinch, University of Stirling 3. Grace Davison from Ards in 4. Ellie McCartney from Limerick 5. Drew Mackenzie, Edinburgh University 6. Elizabeth Land from Newcastle 7. And Emily Maxwell, Dermot and Gateshead. 8, a strong start. Grace Davison. It's the first of the 3 seeded heats, 54.50 her entry time, 26.13. Well, Irish champion Grace Davison looking very comfortable at the moment, John.
Yeah, fastest into this heat, 17-year-old from Ards, 54.50. She'll be comfortably into the A final. Look at this swim.
Drew Mackenzie maybe just shade second, flying at the end is Evie Mackey maybe for 4th. Ellie McCartney takes 3rd though. Grace Davison 54.10, a wee bit faster than her entry time. Drew Mackenzie 56.04, Ellie McCartney 56.23 takes 3rd. 56.23 might be an important one in 3rd place.
Absolutely. As we move into heat 4, we've got Layla Weatherspoon out of Midlothian in 1. Holly Hibbert from Bath Performance Centre in 2. Katie Goodburn, Edinburgh University in 3. Evie Davis, University of Stirling in 4. Laurie Devine, Edinburgh University in 5. Maddie Robertson and Florence Tinsley, lanes 6 and 7, both University of Stirling. Mary Rishenko back in the pool, University of Aberdeen Performance Squad in lane 8. Fastest entry time, Evie Davis. Evie, a member of the Aquatics GB Podium Potential Squad, senior member of the Scottish senior team. Evie leading the way, 26.18. Second place for Katie Goodburn, 3rd place for Laura Devine. 26.18, just a slightly slower than the previous heat. Evie's fastest time 53.8, so expect to see her about 54 seconds this morning. Second place Katie in 3, Laurie Devine in 5, in 2 Holly Hibbert coming well. Holly usually swims slightly longer, so no surprise to see her coming through stronger. But this is going to go Evie Davis, looking very good this morning. Who's going to finish this heat strongly? 54.86, slightly slower than the previous heats, but I'm sure it'll be fast enough to be in the A final later. Second place was Holly Hibbert with that strong finish ahead of Katie Goodburn in 3rd.
Well, 56.06, a wee bit faster than 56.23. Katie Goodburn in 3rd place, so that's the one to keep an eye on in this one, John. Alyssa Turnbull in 1 from University of Stirling. 2 is Zara Kravitz, Seaslow and Swim Team. 3 Catherine Renfrew, Perth City. 4 Lucy Hope. 5 Lucy Grieve, both University of Stirling. 6 Niall Farrell from Limerick, and University of Stirling in 7 and 8 Paige van der Westhuizen and Kiana McInnes. No, don't often see Kiana McInnes doing 100 free, but she's going pretty well on that outside lane, John.
Yeah, a couple of Olympians, or 3 Olympians in this one. Paige van der Westhuizen in 7, swam for Zimbabwe in the Olympics.
And it's Lucy Hope with the advantage, 26.88 from Catherine Renfrew, Perth City. Well there, and now Lucy Hope using all her experience to just maintain bit of body length. Clear. Danielle Farrell in lane 6 going well. Lucy Grieve and Catherine Renfrew. Catherine Renfrew's had a great swim in third in lane 3. But, just equal third. Lucy Hope 54.86 will be there, and we have a dead heat for third. Catherine Renfrew, Lucy Grieve. I think that will get them in the final, John. Or does it? Yeah, it does get them in the final.
Dreaded swim off.
Saves the swim off. And Holly Hibbert, Drew McKenzie 56.04, and that 56.06 Katie Goodburn just misses out. She goes into the provisional B final. Paige van der Mes, who's in 56.99, and Forrest Thursday 57. Not much in it. You're having to swim pretty fast to scrape into either an E, a B or C final.
It's just hundredths of a second between a B and a C final. 200th of a second there for Melissa Turnbull, missing out on a provisional C finalist. So very tight, as you would expect. It'll get even tighter when we get to our 50s.
Talking about 50s, breaststroke now, John.
Yeah, back to our men, male and open, 50 metre breaststroke. 5 heats of this one. Heat number 1, David Smith, Dundee City Aquatics. Blake Godfrey back in the pool, goes for Tux in 2. Austin Williams, Edinburgh University in 3. Lachlan Small, Sterling Swim in 4. Callum Aitchison, University of Aberdeen Performance Squad in 5. Dylan Mitchell, Warren de Baths in 6. And Ben Rogers, University of Aberdeen Performance Squad in 7. 2 lengths of the pool. Fastest entry time here, Lachlan Small, 29.7, but there's 2 on that time and 1 at 29.71, so close. Maybe just the swimmers in 2, Blake Godfrey in 7, Ben Rogers leading the way, but very close at the minute. Going well in 6, Dylan Mitchell. Coming through the middle lanes, 4 and 5, Lachlan Small, Callum Aitchison. This is all going to be on the touch. Who's going to get it? Maybe just lane 4?
Yeah.
Lachlan Small, 29.95. He touches first. Second place for Dylan Mitchell in 6. Third place for Callum Aitchison in lane 5. But your winner, lane 4, Lachlan Small. Unfortunately, we've got a disqualification there. Lane 5 disqualified for a technical infraction. Our winner, Lachlan Small, Sterling Swim, 29.95.
All these guys swimming a wee bit slower than their entry time, but it looked fast, John. They were giving everything.
Everything looks fast from up here, Robert.
So heat 2, Albert Bangun, University of Stirling 1, Nicholas Lan, Newcastle 3, Finlay Chang, City Glasgow 4, Ewan Weir, Perth City 5, Jack Mitchell, University of Aberdeen Performance 6, Christopher Avedo from 8J Newcastle 7, Johnny Martin, Perth City, and 8, Don Bissett, University of Stirling. Now again very tight over on far side, Albert Bangun. Looks as though he might well have this one. It's tight though, lanes 8 and 6. Don Bissett, Christopher Acevedo. 1-2, I think over the far side. Yeah, Albert did get third, 29.09. Don Bissett improves by 4/10 to take that one.
So moving on to heat 3, in lane 1, Aidan Fothergill, in 2, Nathaniel Shinubi, in 3, Andrew Arthur, in 4, Rory Dixon, 5, Callum Melville, 6, Matthew Garrity, 7, Ben McAvoy, and 8, Roas Kringelis. First of the seeded heats, Rory Dixon, fastest into this one, 27.15. Rory won the gold medal in the British Summer Championships. Member of the Scottish senior squad. He's leading the way in lane 4. Second place Andrew Arthur, third place Callum Melville, but Rory Dixon just ahead of Andrew Arthur at the minute. The 2 white caps in 3 and 4, Dixon in 4, Arthur in 3. Rory Dixon just a little bit ahead of Andrew, and Rory Dixon's going to take this one. He's going to touch first. Second place for Andrew Arthur, third Callum Melville. 27.39, comfortably the fastest time so far. Second place for Andrew Arthur, third place for Callum Melville, with Nathaniel Shinubi coming through for fourth place.
4th heat. Albert Whittock from Tunbridge 1, 2 Conor Mitchell, Wonder Bass Club, 3 Josh Press, University of Stirling, 4 is Matthew Randall from Tux, 5 Nathan Jobson from University of Stirling, 6 Alexander Turnbull at Le Mans, 7 Andrew Feenan from Limerick, and in 8 Harper Whitehead, Stirling Swimming. Now strong start, Matthew Randall, Josh Press also up there, Nathan Dobson and Harper Whitehead in the mix, but it looks like it's Matthew is going to take this one, pulling away from Josh and Rafa, and is Matthew Randall 27.37, very fractionally faster than last heat. Nathan Dobson 28.10 and 28.45 Josh Press, and Josh Press might just have to wait and see if that 28.45 gets him into the A final.
And heat number 5, in lane 1 Matthew Yeomans, in 2 Joshua Mitchell, 3 Adam Metcalf, 4 Archie Goodburn, 5 Alex Mayer, 6 Dermot Sutton, 7 Micah Van Blurk, and 8 Robson Miles. Fastest into this, Archie Goodburn, Edinburgh University. Archie off to the World Short Course Championships very shortly. Edinburgh University swimmer. Expect him to win this heat, and he started very strongly in lane 4, going well in lane 8, Robson Miles, but Archie winning in lane 4 at the minute. Second place, possibly just in lane 3, Adam Metcalf. In 5, Alex Mayer, going well in 2, Joshua Mitchell. This is all about the middle lanes, and lane 4, Archie Goodburn. Edinburgh University swimmer's going to win this one. He touches first, 27.37. Second place for Adam Metcalf, and third place for Joshua Mitchell. Actually 1, 2, 3.
28.01 should be good for the final. Maybe 28.07 might just also scrape in, John. Yeah, it does. So that's your provisional A final.
Joint fastest swimmers, Matthew and Archie.
Provisional B final. And that's the provisional C final. Well, I don't know if we need a swimmer for 26th equal as reserves. We'll wait and see. We'll be told about that later, John, I'm sure.
I'm sure they'll be offered it.
They should be, yeah.
Second reserve for the finals tonight, you never know.
So it's the girls up now. Bronwyn Payne from Best goes in 1. Miriam Ardell, University of Aberdeen Performance, 2 Katie Coventry Morpeth, 3. 4 is Iona Casapidis Carnegie, 5 Ella Gilmurray Dundee City Aquatic, 6 Esme Hall Borough Stockton, 7 is Katie Tower South Lanarkshire, and 8 Ailey McNair O'Gan Bearsden. 34.20 to 34.60. So let's see if some of them can get under 34 in this one. So a nice start from all of them. Pretty level over the far side, going well. Bronwyn Payne. Someone from Best. And it's pretty tight. Also coming through, Katie Towers. South Lanarkshire finishing very strongly is Katie. And Katie Coventry in 3. Katie in 3 has just taken up the 2 Katies. Coventry 34.36, Towers 34.50, and in 3rd place Esme Hall from Borough Stockton 34.76. Well, very much on their entry times, those 2 girls. Well done.
Heat number 2, lane 1, Georgia Lee. Lane 2, Millie Kamek. 3, Ella Matt George. 4, Eloise Herbert. Lane 5, Katie Caldwell. In 6, Marie Wood. In 7, Alana Wilson. In 8, Emily Jackson. Going well in lane 6, Marie Wood, University of Aberdeen Performance. Also going well in lane 1, Georgia Lee. Lane 8, Emily Jackson. But it's a swimmer probably just in lane 6 leading the way, Marie Wood, 21-year-old from the University of Aberdeen Performance squad, but it's tightening up behind her. They're all coming through lane 3, going well. Ella Matt George on the touch, and she gets it. Second place for Georgia Lee, third place for Emily Jackson. Marie Wood just tightening up in the last 20 metres there, and a good win for lane 1. In first place, Ella Matt George, Edinburgh University, 34.07.
I'm trying to figure out, did she swim at Step Rock? Somewhere up there, I'm sure. Heat 3, Amy Owenson, Ellie Kennedy, Anna Finlay, Georgia Elves, Hannah Bowley, Emily McGee, Zoe Holligan and Lily Mundell. So the first of the 3 seeded heats. That's pretty level at the moment, possibly just Georgia Elves in 4. Emily McGee, Zoe Holligan in 6 and 7. And strong finish, Emily McGee in 6, coming through to challenge Georgia in lane 4, but Georgia's got this one. Georgia takes that. Emily and Anna Finlay, that is taking third, winning time 31.62. Emily McGee from Dundee City Aquatics 32.15 and 32.60. Anna Finlay takes third.
Heat number 4, lane 1, Vicky Russell. In 2, Zahara Smith. In 3, Neil Legau. In 4, Katie Goodburn. 5, Charlotte Hardy. 6, Seren Talentire. 7, Julie Sellar. 8, Katie Simpson. Katie Goodburn, fastest into this. Edinburgh University swimmer in lane 4. She's going well. In lane 5, Charlotte Hardy, South Ayrshire, the 2 seeded swimmers. No surprise to see them leading the way, 1 and 2. Katie Goodburn, Charlotte Hardy, neck and neck. Third place possibly just Seren Talentire back in the pool after the 400 IM, going well in 2. Zahara Smith, but Katie Goodburn I think is just going to get the touch here ahead of Charlotte. 31.69 she does, just outside the fastest time this morning. Second place for Charlotte Hardy, and third place was Seren Talentire and Zahara Smith. Actually 1, 2, 3, 4.
So our final heat, Lucy Stoves, Perry Scobie, Ailey Robertson, Cara Hanlon, Anna Morgan, Amy McLeod, Jasmine Smith, Maya Rogers. So Cara Hanlon, Scottish record holder in this one. Pretty smartly with her is Anna Morgan, those two clear. So coming down the final few metres, still the advantage with Cara from Anna. They're well clear. So Cara Hanlon, Anna Morgan, third place, very tight. Far side perhaps, Perry Scobie from Stirling Swimming, 33.03, takes third. We'll see if that gets her into a final, the A final. 33.05, but Cara Hanlon, very impressive, 30.35, just outside the Scottish record, 30.28. That might go tonight, John.
Yeah, it was a very impressive swim, and 7/10 of a second faster than anybody else at this level, very strong.
33.05, Perry Scobie in third, gets her a B final. And there we have provisional C final, Maya Rogers 34.19. And no, equal 26, John, so nothing to worry about, hopefully in the ladies' breaststroke.
This is just the one potential swim off so far. We're back to our Male and Open and one of our longer events this week, the 200 metre backstroke.
Thankfully the caption is showing 200 metres, not 2000. Otherwise we'd be here for a wee while.
Just 6 swimmers in this first heat, and only the top 16 going through to the finals. There's only an A and a B final in the 200 metre events. Eight lengths of the pool. Just checking the ledges, always an issue. Looks like we're going to swap the ledge in lane 2, which is what we are doing. So there's going to be a slight delay here. I'll just give you the swimmers in this first heat. Lane 2, just getting a new set of blocks, backstroke ledges as they're called. Daniel Morehouse from Derwent and Gateshead. In lane 2, James Body from Geary. In lane 3, that was. Lane 4, Tom Armitage from Highland. In 4, Lewis Kessel from Darlington. In lane 6, Ishmael Shalabi, Warren de Baths. And lane 7, Finley Geddes from Lerwick. Fastest entry time is Highlands Tom Armitage, 2:10.97. Tom 5th at the Scottish Summer Meet, 2nd in Scottish Tools. See if he can get under 2:10 this morning. See if any of these boys can get under 2:10. As the starter's whistle goes. And away we go for event 107, Male and Open 200 metre backstroke, 5 heats this morning. Closely matched down the first 25. That's lanes 5 and 6. Lewis Kessel in 5, Ishmael Shalabi in 6, leading the way. Lewis touching first, 29.38, ahead of Ishmael in 2nd. Tom in 3rd, James in 4th, ahead of Daniel and Finley. But very well matched at the minute at this early stage. Darlington's Lewis Kessel leading the way, but being chased down on either side. Tom Armitage from Highland in lane 4. Ishmael Shalabi, Warren de Baths in 6, 2 Scots. It's a 3-way go, coming up to the halfway mark. Just over the minute. 1:02.18, Tom Armitage. Highland swimmer. He's been chased down by Ishmael Shalabi. Warren de Baths, 2nd in the Scottish Summer Meet. And it's the 2 Scots in 4 and 6, Armitage in 4, Shalabi in 6. Pulling clear now of Lewis Kessel in 5. It's the red cap, lane 6, Warren de Baths. Darker cap, Tom Armitage. Armitage leads, but by 8/100ths. So we've got a proper race on with 50 metres to go. Not sure if they can see each other, but then stroke for stroke, going up this penultimate length. To go under the flags, just Armitage slightly. Who's going to get the better turn? Armitage just ahead of Shalabi in 2nd, so 20 metres to go. Tom Armitage, lane 4, Highland. Ishmael Shalabi, lane 6, Warren de Baths. It's going to be the Highland swimmer who's going to get under the flags first. He's going to take this. He's going to be under 2:10, so it's going to be a nice improvement on his entry time, 2:08.28. 2nd place for Ishmael Shalabi, and coming through for 3rd, Geary's James Body. That's your 1, 2, 3. But a nice improvement by Tom Armitage, who wins heat number 1.
Good to see 2 guys get under 2:10, John.
Yep.
Next one is a mixture of times 2:09 and 2:10 in this one. 1, Tyler Spalding, Carnegie. 2, Nicholas Lan, Newcastle. Teammate Matthew Scott in 3. 4, Logan Jackson, University of Aberdeen Performance. 5, is Maxim Chambrilla from University of Stirling. 6, Harry Sharp, Warner Bass Club. 7, Daniel Payton from Tynemouth. And 8, Harry Gibson from Newcastle. So 4 from the Newcastle area in this one. 2, 3, 7 and 8. So this could on paper be a very tight one. Very strong start in lane 4. Logan Jackson, we'll see how far he gets off the wall gear before he surfaces this part of the 11 metres. Maxim Chambrilla sticking with him in lane 7, 6 and 1. Daniel Payton, Harry Sharp, Tyler Spalding vying for 3rd place. So 28-25 at the first marker. Harry Sharp coming through to challenge for that 2nd place. At the moment, it looks as though it's Maxim with the advantage now. 1:00:32. He's got over a 2nd advantage over Harry Sharp, Daniel Payton. Logan Jackson, Tyler Spalding also still in the mix. Nicholas Land trying to get in the picture in lane 6. But we've got a body length advantage, and Maxim's looking pretty good here, John.
He certainly is.
Got over a body length advantage with 150 gone. It's a 2.5 advantage over Harry Sharp, Daniel Payton. Logan Jackson, I think it's all about 2nd here. Chambrilla going really well now. Logan Jackson, good turn has put him into 2nd place. He's coming through. And it's just going to run out of water here, but great times from both these guys. 2:06:43, 2:07:29. Harry Sharp 2:08:74, and Daniel Payton, 2:08:11. Daniel Payton 2:08:74. Harry Sharp, all inside their entry times.
I think he's from Belarus, Maxim, but I'm not totally sure. Certainly it's first time swimming in Scotland.
Yep.
And the one from University of Stirling. As we move on to the first of our seeded heat, seed number 3, Edward Bell goes for Seagulls in lane 1. Isaac Buckenborough Stockton in 2. Jamie Ferguson, University of Aberdeen Performance Squad in 3. Jack Skerry, Bath Performance Centre in 4. Lewis Maxwell, Derwent Side and Gateshead in lane 5. William Ellis in 6, Borough Stockton. Jack Doherty Simpson, City of Glasgow in 7, and James Kilpatrick, Carnegie in 8. A really strong event, this one. Jack Skerry, 13th in the European Championships. Irish swimmer. Fourth in the recent British University Championships. He leads the way from Jamie Ferguson and Lewis Maxwell. We've got some really quick swimmers in this one. Jack Skerry still leading the way. Lewis Maxwell in 2nd. Opening up a gap, the two seeded swimmers in this heat. 3rd place in lane 6 for William Ellis. 4th, Jamie Ferguson over Isaac Buchan. Jack Doherty Simpson, Edward Bell. Good Jack looking very smooth. 55.15, not surprisingly, significantly faster than anything we've seen so far this morning. 2nd place for Lewis Maxwell, 3rd place for Jamie Ferguson. This is all about qualification into the A final tonight for Bath Performance Centre's Jack Skerry. 2 more swimmers from Bath in the next 2 heats. So a very strong training group. And Jack Skerry looking very smooth. 29.43 for that last 50. Lewis Maxwell in second place, but the gap getting wider and wider. Third place for Jamie Ferguson, fourth place for William Ellis. With Jack Skerry putting down a marker for teammates to come in the next couple of heats. His entry time 1:55.31, and he's going to be very close to that. He's going to be under it, 1:54.75. So no hanging around there from Jack Skerry. He's put the marker down. Second place for Lewis Maxwell, 1:58.69. Third place for Jamie Ferguson, 1:59.66. So Jack looking very smooth. Winner of heat 3.
So moving on to the second of the series heats, heat number 4. Jacob Brown from Tadcaster in 1. 2 Lucas Brown, University of Stirling in 2. 3 Dean Fern, Aberdeen Dolphins. 4 Matthew Ward, Bath Performance Centre. 5 Zach Speakman, University of Stirling. 6 Callum Peebles, Edinburgh University. 7 Nikolai Cisnet, City Glasgow. And 8 Aaron Drake, Wonder Bass Club. Matthew Ward, one from Bath, up here taking part. His teammates should be strongly fancied to take this heat quite easily. Out strongly along with Dean Fern, 16-year-old from Aberdeen Dolphins at Whitecap. Zach Speakman in 5. Nicholas Cisnet going pretty well in 7. That's Ward, Fern, Speakman at the moment. 25.88.
Yeah, keep an eye on that Scottish Junior record for Dean Fern. Not his preferred event, this one, I don't think, but he's very close to it. He could well get it tonight, maybe.
Yeah, that stood for a wee while. Craig McLean holds that. 54.36.
It's a bit quicker than the previous heat for Matthew.
As you say, John, 1:58.79 is Dean Fern's entry time. He's got to improve by a little bit over a second to take that Scottish record, that junior record. Matthew Ward, 7th at the British Championships, and ran up in this last year, going particularly well, as you would expect.
Yeah, he swam in Rotterdam last week, didn't he? He just missed a Scottish record, I think, in the 50 fly. I think, or was it 50 back? 50 back, I think.
Well, Dean Fern's not going to trouble the judges for breaking the record.
It's not going to be too far off it.
But he'll have another go later tonight.
Yeah.
1:54.90, pretty similar to his teammate Jack Skerry in the previous heat. Other two guys under the 2-minute mark. Let's see if that's good enough to get Dean into that A final. Nikolai Cisnet doing very well to finish 4th on a 2:03.44.
And our final heat of this one. Heat number 5, lane 1, Jack McGann, University of Stirling. Rhys Blackett goes in 2 for Newcastle. Andrew Brodie, Edinburgh University in 3. Cam Brooker, Bath Performance Centre in 4. Jordan MacPhail, Edinburgh University in 5. Finlay Davis, University of Stirling in 6. Finlay Bruce, Perth City in 7. Greer van der Meulen, Stirling Swim in 8. Cam Brooker, the 3rd Bath Performance Centre swimmer in a row to occupy lane number 4, fastest of the Bath swimmers on paper. A member of the Aquatics GB Podium Potential squad. Won this event at the recent British University Short Course Championships. So he's in good form, his Cam. 1:51.03 is his entry time. So a strong favourite for both the event and this heat. Second fastest, Jordan MacPhail, Edinburgh University. Won this event at the Scottish National Open Championships. And at the minute he's leading the way. 27.28. Brodie in second, Davis in third, and Brooker only in fourth. But look at that underwater from Cam Brooker. Just very long, very languid stroke. Turns in lane, turns in third, but his underwater, as you mentioned earlier this morning, Robert, bringing back up into second. And it's one way to swim the tundra back, where you do half of it underwater and half of it on the surface. And you're faster under the water, so no surprise to see him going incredibly well. Look at that again.
Yeah, very, very much. That's what coaches want from their swimmers, trying to encourage them to get as far off the wall, especially in the short course. As you say, you barely need to swim 10 metres.
Look at that underwater again. He just goes into the lead, looking very strong. 57.49 was the halfway mark. 56.90 was the fastest, so a bit slower than the first heat. But you think that Cam Brooker's got this well under control. Second place, working really hard, Jordan MacPhail. Andrew Brodie in third place in lane 3. But this is all about the red cap in lane 4, Cam Brooker.
Depending on the camera shot, you might just see just where he surfaces.
Halfway down the pool.
It's about 13 metres.
Yeah, and he's going to win this very comfortably and a very easy time. He touches the time. Don't know what it is because it's not come up, but he definitely touched first. 1:55.15. So not the fastest, but certainly the most comfortable, I would suggest.
That should be good for even for Brodie to get into, I think, the A final 1:58.60.
Yeah, so Cam Brooker ahead of Jordan MacPhail, ahead of Andrew Brodie, 1, 2, 3. Finlay Davis in fourth place, but it should be a good final tonight. Hopefully you can tune back in to watch that on the live stream. 3 Bath swimmers will be in the middle lanes.
And Dean Fern does just scrape in the outside lane to that A final. That's the provisional finalists. Provisional B final. And we'll see if we've got any equals below that. No. So thankfully no joint 17s. Not heard anything further about swim offs, so we'll wait and see. So ladies' turn now. A few more having had at least one swim. Back in the water again. Abby Coventry from Morpeth in 1. 2, Matilda Hendon, Tadcaster. 3 is Maya Rogers, Warner Bass Club. 4, Freya Beach from Newcastle. Teammate Grace Brown in 5. Jessica Thomas from Borough Stockton in 6. And 7, Caitlin Peebles from East Lothian Swim Team. So North of England and a bit of Yorkshire well represented in this one. Just 2 Scots, Maya Roger and 3, Caitlin Peebles in lane 7. And a strong start from Grace Brown in lane 5. Newcastle swimmer, put a body length clear at the moment. 32.58. And he's taken it out very strongly at this early stage. So let's see if some of these swimmers can get under the 220 mark. They're all sort of in the mid 220s. Grace Brown going particularly well at the moment. So fourth in the junior championships at the North East recently, so going pretty well. Jessica Thomas starting in second, but she's a long way back. It's very much second and third place. Unless someone can make a move now. About 60 metres to go. Leader still well clear. Freya Beach, Maya Rogers, Matilda Hendon on that far side, third, fourth and fifth. Well, with 50 to go, 1:45.92. So we're looking at something inside their entry time, something in the low 220s. The rest of the field might be coming back at her very marginally, but there's no way they're going to catch her now. Still very much Grace Brown's race. Jessica Thomas still hanging on for second, close for third. But well done, Grace. Nice swim from you, 2:23.78. Jessica Thomas just hangs on to take second, ahead of Maya Roger, 2:25.80 and 2:25.87. Nice wee PB for the swimmer from Newcastle.
Yeah, she led from start to finish, and they did close down slightly, but no one else really got into the heat, did they? She led from the start and always had a comfortable lead.
Out nice and strong and just kept it going.
So we move on to our second heat. We've got Sydney Boyd in lane 1 from Midlothian. Zoe Crawford in 2 from First. Erin Ferris in 3 from Cumbernauld. Jess O'Hurley, South Links in 4. Catherine Boddy from University of Aberdeen Performance Squad in 5. Safrina Machin, City of Glasgow in 6. Tegan Black, East Lothian in 7. And Naomi Wilson, Warren de Bath in 8. Entry times 2:21 low to 2:23 high. Again, let's see if we can get any of these swimmers under the 2:20 mark this morning. Fastest entry time is South Links, Jess O'Hurley.
No Safrina Machin, John in lane 6.
A couple of swimmers not turned up this morning, hasn't there?
And this will be the last meet that you'll see a swimmer representing First. That's the 3 clubs over in the Falkirk area: Bo'ness, Falkirk, Alter and Grangemouth. As of 1st of January, they'll now be known as Forth Valley Tridents, the 3 clubs combining to form a new club. That's all down to pool time, John.
I heard that they were struggling for pool time over there. I thought it might be something to do with that, but Zoe Crawford leading the way in lane 2. Erin Ferris going well in lane 3. Tegan Black in 7. Pool time continues to be a challenge for us in Scotland. Yeah. Lots of work going on behind the scenes and lots of conversations to try and protect that.
Yeah, well, it's
very important.
Very much down to the fact that the leisure centre at Bo'ness shut early this year. So swimmers at Bo'ness were struggling to find pool time, and it's fairly similar in the Falkirk area for the other 2 clubs. So they decided better for the 3 to come together as one new club, and we wish them well come January.
Good. So still leading the way is Erin Ferris, swimming from Cumbernauld. Zoe Crawford from First, got a little bit of work to do back in 3rd place. Second for Tegan Black, 1:43.19, so she's there or thereabouts for 2:20. Erin Ferris, if she can finish strongly. Tegan Black in 2nd, Zoe Crawford in 3rd, Sydney Boyd in 4th. But this is a race between lane 3's Erin Ferris and the clock to get under that 2:20 mark. Tegan Black a clear 2nd. Erin first in the West District age group, so she's going to win heat number 2, and she's going to be well under the 2:20 in the end, 2:18.74, so a nice personal best for her. Second place will be Tegan Black, 2:20.55. Third place for Sydney Boyd, 2:23.47. But a nice swim there from Cumbernauld Erin Ferris, who wins heat number 2.
Yeah, good wee PB as well, John.
Yep.
A few seconds.
First
Swimming pretty well at West District's Erin. So the first of the 3 seeded heats. Ellie Linton from Borough Stockton in 1. Zara Kravitz, East Lothian Swim Team, is in 2. 3, Susie McNair, University of Stirling. 4, Hannah Pearce from Tux. 5, Anna Green, Edinburgh University. 6, Evie Hallisey from Newcastle Swim Team. Our teammate Elizabeth Land in 7. And 8, Chloe Burlerton from South Tyneside. So again, another good representation from north of England. Restricting Linton going well over on that far side. It might be Anna Green in 5. Just shading it from Hannah Pearce, Susie McNair also well there. Those 3 body line clear of the rest of the field. Hannah Pearce 30.79, 30.93 Anna, and Susie 31.17. And our leader now extending that advantage. Much better turn from Susie McNair before she surfaced, getting the best part of 10 metres off the wall. So a halfway mark, 102.49. Susie's 104.24. Just ahead of Anna Green, 104.70. Eve Hallisey a fair way back, over almost 2.5 seconds further back in 4th.
So Hannah from Tux, which is the South African swim squad over here, based at I believe it's the University of Pretoria. So it's great to have a team from South Africa. Can't remember them being across here before.
I'm not aware of anyone from South Africa, or a South African team. We might have had the occasional South African swimmer who's maybe been studying in the UK, but yeah, it's great to see them here, John.
A very strong team as well, by the looks of their event this morning as well.
That just adds to the competition that we've got from all parts of the UK and Ireland as well. A very solid swim here from Hannah. 2:07.76. Oh, that's virtually bang her entry time, and she made it look pretty easy. Susie McNair 2:12.91.
Certainly going to put Hannah into the A final, Robert.
Yeah, that's also virtually on her entry time, Susie. And Anna Green just a couple of seconds over her entry time. It's at 2:14.72. We'll take a little note of that, because that might be the borderline one for getting into that final this evening. And watch in lane 6 if you can. Heidi Wren, I've talked about the amount of distance you get off the wall. Heidi is phenomenally good at getting a good 13-14 metres.
And normally a fast starter as well, so we'll see. We've got Laura Ann Marshman, University of Stirling in 1, Millie Mainwaring, City of Glasgow in 2, Karen Herbst from Tux in 3, Holly McGill, University of Stirling in 4, teammate Caitlin Ebbage goes in 5, Heidi Wren in 6, City of Glasgow, Neve Savoury, Newcastle in 7, and Emma Price, Borough Stockton in 8. Fastest qualifier or entry time, Holly McGill, won this event at the recent British University Championships where she set this time. Member of the Scottish senior team, Commonwealth Games swimmer. Rich pedigree in this event, previously from the part of the Lothian squad before she moved to Stirling a couple of years ago now. And she leads comfortably from Caitlin Ebbage in 2nd, Millie Mainwaring in 3rd, Laura Marshman in 4th. This is shaping up to be one of our better finals of the whole evening tonight, I would have thought. Good rivalry between Holly and Katie Shanahan. See Katie, double Olympic finalist in our next heat. But Holly looking very strong, in good form this season. 1:01.43 at the halfway mark, about a second faster than the previous heat. So looking at a time here of around about 2:05, one would think, 2:06. Second place for Caitlin Ebbage, third place for Millie Mainwaring, ahead of Laura Ann Marshman. But Holly looking very good as she turns at the 1:25 mark. Second place in lane 5 for Caitlin Emmage, member of the Senior Academy. She was 4th in the recent British University Championships, won this event at the British Summer Meet last year. But Holly looking really good, 34.06 for that last 25, or last 50 should I say. Caitlin chasing her down, looking to get in the A final tonight as well. 3rd place in lane 2 for Millie Mainwaring, swimmer from City of Glasgow. Head of Tux, Kerrin Herbst in 4th place, but this is all about Holly McGill, just easing down this last few metres, very comfortable, 2:09.65, so not as fast as our previous heat, but I'm sure quick enough to get into the A final tonight. 2nd place for Caitlin Ebbage, 3rd place for Millie Mainwaring, ahead of a strong finishing Heidi Wren in 4th.
Yeah, that 3rd place, that previous heat, 2:14.73, will only be good enough for a B final, John. So we're probably looking at a 2:13 or better in this one. So heat 5, 1, Rosie Forster, Warner Bass Club goes in 1. 2 is Isabel Eiley from Edinburgh University. Her teammate Amy Shields goes in 3. Katie Shanahan, University of Stirling, 4. 5, Grace Davison from Ards. 6, Gabby Freeman from Morpeth. 7, Rebecca Reid from Aberdeen. And 8, Eve Wood from Orkney. Now Katie Shanahan should dominate this one pretty strongly. Amy Shields, Grace Davison and Isabel Eiley also very well there. Eve Wood of Shapley in lane 8. At the moment it's just Katie Shannon with the advantage from Grace Davison, 30.69. Fairly steady start, John, from both these girls. I think they'll look just to do enough to get into the final this evening.
Yeah, the times tonight will be a lot quicker, I think, than this morning, Robert. I think the two seeded swimmers, Katie and Grace, just keeping pace with each other, know that anything, sub 2:10 is going to comfortably make the final, well within their compass, so nice and easy.
Yeah, virtually together on 104, 11 and 19 respectively.
Yeah, Holly swam it differently. Holly swam a very quick first 100 and then eased down. They swam a very leisurely first 100 and will probably won't ease down as much as Holly did, but will come in about the same time. So just different ways of swimming. We're seeing this morning, stroke for stroke again down this third 50.
Well, they'll need to just pick it up a wee bit just to ensure they're in the final. Should be pretty comfortable. Gabby Freeman coming through nicely, a Morpeth swimmer. It's finishing very strongly indeed.
It's going to be the South African Hannah Pearce, I think, who'll be in lane 4 tonight, but the Scottish swimmers will be outside and quicker, I think.
Well, Katie Shannon and Grace Davison both will be in the final, 2:10.98 and 2:11.47. Gabby Freeman, 2:14, improves her entry time by a little bit, and that will probably get her into the B final somewhere. Top 2 comfortably in the A final, and I think it's something like 2:13 will certainly be there, and maybe scraping a 2:14. We'll get the summary in just a moment. Heidi Wren on a 2:14.06 scrapes in. Well done to her. Right, there you have Hannah. That's provisional B final down to 2:18.40. That could be a good one as well, John.
Yeah, there's going to be some great finals tonight. The 200 back's going to be really good. The 100 free for men that we've already seen the heats was going to be really good. The 400 AM for men. So it's going to be an exciting evening, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Right, back to the powerhouses of the Malin Open 50-metre butterfly. Second fastest event of the week, just behind the 50 free. But these heats will be over in 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Heat number 1, we've got Ben Palmer, Albert Bangen, Logan van der Meulen, Edward Bell, Cameron Creaney and Callum Sinclair. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Nice easy races for us to call up here. See what we can do. Going well in lanes 1 and 2 and 3. Ben Palmer in 2, Albert Bangen in 3. This side of the pool, Callum Sinclair in 7, but it's the far side of the pool that have it. Ben Palmer in 2, Albert Bangen in 3, Palmer in 2, Bangen in 3. Between them, Palmer's going to get it. He gets the touch, 25-21. Second place for Albert Bangen, third place for Logan van der Meulen. There's the official result, 25-21 for Ben Palmer, winner of heat number 1.
So second heat, Logan McAvaney, Alfie Price, Adam Scott, Jensen Norris, Cameron Hastings, Gareth Allen, Nathaniel Shinobi and Finlay Nelson. In fact, no lane 6. So this one all in the low 25s. Again, very tight. Might be Finlay Nelson on the near side, but there's not a lot in it here. Going well in 5 is Cameron Hastings coming through very strong. 4 rather, Jensen Norris. Jensen Norris, I think, just gets that from Finlay Nelson, 24.92. Finlay Nelson takes second, Adam Scott, 25.30 in third.
Scottish junior team member. But in that heat, heat 3, we've got Aaron Olkers, Pete Allen, Tom Bealey, Tom Carswell, Kieran Lennox, Stefan Kravitz, Awithu Mann and Rowan Brown. Tom Carswell represented Wales in the Commonwealth Games in this event. He's the fastest into this in lane 4. Kieran Lennox going well in 5, University of Aberdeen performance. Lennox probably just touching first head of Carswell, but very close between the two. Lennox in 5, Carswell in 4, Carswell in 4 coming through. Tom Carswell in lane 4, is he going to get the touch? I think he will. Just 24.17, and he does. Second place for Kieran Lennox, third place for Stefan Kravitz. 24.17 outside his entry time, but a good swim nevertheless. Edinburgh University Tom Carswell, winner of heat number 3.
So heat 4, Attis Mid there, Aidan Kay, David O'Loughlin, Callum Bain, Brogan Hyde, Rory McKinnon, Thomas Leggett, Zach Slater. An Irishman, Callum Bain, will be a strong fancy in this one, Irish champion. And already Bain flying down this first 25. Hyde well with him. Those two dominating this one. And nobody's going to catch Callum Bain. Bain takes that. Hyde second and over in 1 and 2. And he just touched out by Rory McKinnon for third, winning time 23.58. Hyde 24.23 and 24.62, Rory McKinnon.
Nice to see Callum back in Scotland.
Yeah.
Away for a few years. Heat number 5, lane 1, Lucas Lowry, Cameron Jameson, Brodie Gordon-Gibson, Dean Fern, Gregor Swinney, Tom Robertson, Riccardo Lucarelli and Ryan Ferguson. Keep your eye on Dean Fern, lane 4. Not sure about his entry time, 23:10, but if that's
That's
that's right,
that's
the
going to be a
Scottish record.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. It's got to be a converted time. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's not swam that yet. He's going well in lane 4. Fern in 4. Swinney in 5. Gordon Gibson in 3. Gordon Gibson going well in 3. Fern in 4. Between those two, I think. Brodie Gordon Gibson. Dean Fern on the touch. Who's going to get it? It's going to be very close. Brodie gets it. 23.91. Second place for Dean Fern. Third place for Gregor Swinney. That's your 1, 2, 3. Brodie Gordon Gibson. 23.91. Fastest time into the final is going to be Callum Bain. He's a veteran, isn't he? 28 now.
Yeah, he is indeed.
Veteran in the sport, and there it is, 23.58, fastest time, down to 8th, 24.40, Tom Robertson.
That's good because Dean Fern will get pushed on. I don't think that first turn he was spot on.
A couple of hundredths easily lost in a situation like that. 25.30 for 24th. We'll see if any of the guys this afternoon can get close to that. 25.3. Lucas Lowry, first reserve, 25.36 to the C final as the results come through.
So we're needing something sub 25-ish.
25.3 to get in. 25.2 something.
Yeah.
Big ask.
It's a big ask, but you never know.
But it adds a lot of interest to this afternoon session.
So, ladies' turn now. It's Galila Smith, Anna Dunlop, Ashley Drake, Natalie Marshall, Emma Scamparini, Catherine Renfrew, and Zoe Crawford. Sort of mid to high 28s for this one. Strong start. Galila Smith, the youngster, over in lane 1, going really well. So well there is lane 6. And coming out strongly out the turn, Catherine Renfrew from Perth City, really dominating this one now. Catherine Renfrew has this one wrapped up. Lanes 5 and 1, second and third, Emma Scamparini and Galila Smith. That was a pretty impressive swim from Catherine, 27.85.
Nearly second for entry time.
Yeah.
Senior Academy member.
Swimmer you know well, John.
First year as a senior, trying to make that transition between junior and senior. Heat 2, we've got Evie Mackey, Layla Weatherspoon, Alice Cumming, Jade Blake, Heidi Wren back in the pool, Kiana Kutzer, Kirsty Breakin and Emily Maxwell. Fast start on the far side, lanes 1 and 2. Evie Mackey and Layla Weatherspoon really quick off the blocks and they're leading the way. Heidi Wren trying to come back in lane 5 with Jade Blake in 4. But it's still the far side of the pool. Evie Mackey from South Lanarkshire, Layla Weatherspoon first and second. Coming back in 4, Jade Blake, but it's still going to be lane 1, I think, from the gun. Evie Mackey, 28.11. Second place, Layla Weatherspoon. Third place, Jade Blake. That was one off the start.
That was a great swim from the outside lane. Flying at the start and just managing to hang on. So the first of the 3 seeded heats. Orla McInnes, Lara Turner, Karen Herbst, Kiara Slauson, Hayley Robertson, Ailsa Clubb, Sarah Tarntine and Vicky Russell. Some girls having a third swim now. A very strong start in the middle from Kiara Slauson. Hayley Robertson trying to stick with it. Kiara Slauson just shades it. And just beginning to pull away from Hayley Robertson. And Sarah Tarntine is going to get second. Just ahead of Hayley Robertson. 27.15. The winning time now. Sarah 27.66 and Hayley 28.10.
Okay, remember the Scottish senior team now. Edinburgh University swimmer. As we move on to heat number 4. Coco Croxford in 1, Eve Wood, Ciara Morris, Lucy Grieve, Faith Uda, Josephine Klein, Yasmin Hammerline and Mary Wood. Fastest entry time, Lucy Grieve, 26.08. Holder of the Scottish Junior and GB Junior record, Lucy. Now a senior, of course. Member of the GB Podium Potential, senior Scottish team member and dominating this heat in lane 4. Second place very close between Faith Uda, Ciara Morris. This is all about Lucy Grieve. She touches first, 26.45. Comfortably the fastest time of the morning so far. Second place was Ciara Morris. Good swim for third from Josephine Klein, who just pipped Faith Uda.
So last individual heat of the morning. Chloe Harris, Georgia Elks, Maisie Elliott, Kiana McInnes, Kathleen Dawson, Abby McKerney, Becky Watson and Katie Blunt. And cracking start from Kiana McInnes, already half a metre clear. Kathleen Dawson probably just in second, Abby McKerney in 6th, perhaps third. But Becky Watson also challenging for that third along with Maisie Elliott, but Kiana McInnes comfortably takes that. Kathleen Dawson second, and third place Abby McKerney, 26.30. Fastest going into the final. Kathleen Dawson 27.05, Abby McKerney at 27.80. I don't think that will be good enough to get in the final, but we'll see. It might just scrape her. Yeah, just misses out. She'll be fastest for the B final.
Good race between Kiana and Lucy tonight. Good rivalry there.
So that's your provisional A and B final. Some of these swimmers will be delighted to manage to get into that B final. And provisional C final. So looking at sub 29 to get into that B final this evening. And thankfully I think we only have 2 reserves. We don't have to worry about third reserve because there were 3 swimmers at exactly the same time there.
So we move on to our last event of the morning, event 111, which is the mixed 4x50 freestyle relay. We've got 2 heats this morning and 2 heats in the final session tonight. So I will give you the heats, the clubs in heat 1. In lane 1 we have Morpeth, in 2 Borough of Barnsley, in 3 Stirling Swim, in 4 AJ Newcastle, Carnegie going 5, Highland in 6, Carnegie in 7 and Best in 8. So that's Carnegie A in 5 and Carnegie B in 7. So 2 Carnegie swim teams in this. Got 7 males and 1 female, I think. So we've got Rebecca Rigg going in 1, Noah Ragg in 2, Greer van der Meulen in 3, Lucas Lowry in 4, Lewis Muir in 5, Tom Armitage in 6, Tyler Spalding in 7 and David Grabowski in 8. And it's a swimmer in lane 4, Lucas Lowry for Aqueduct Newcastle, leading the way. Second place in 3, Stirling Swim. As they hand over, Stirling Swim in 3, Lachlan Small, Christopher of Avago going in 4 for Aquanauts Jets. So it's the Stirling Swim team leading from Aquajets Newcastle. Third in lane 6 is the Highland team. Nebby Sengular going for them. Lockie Small for Stirling. As they come up to the turn, Stirling are going to turn. Lisa McNair going for them. Lily Ellen Curran going in lane 4 for Newcastle. Caitlin Urquhart going for Highland in 6. These 3 teams pulled well away from anybody else. Probably in 4th place in lane 1 is Jacob Light going for Morpeth. But at the minute it's Stirling Swim, Lisa McNair ahead of in 2nd place. Lily Ella Curran in 4 going for Jets Newcastle. And the Highland team in lane 6 in 3rd. Last leg, Stirling, Sienna Melville, Erin O'Meara going for Newcastle. Myla McCallum going for Highland. It's between these 3 swims. And Aquajets Newcastle are coming back. Erin O'Meara versus Sienna Melville. And it's Erin O'Meara coming back for Aquajets Newcastle. Looks like she's going to set this first heat. Erin O'Meara going well. She's going to take it for Aquajets Newcastle. Sterling Swimmer going to come second. It's going to be tight for third. Morpeth coming through, possibly just Highland holding on. But Aquajets Newcastle win, 1:43.38. Second place for Sterling Swim. Third place for Highland.
It's interesting how they decide whether it's males in first, and then they follow up with another male, or whether they go 2 girls. What are the tactics, John? What works for them?
I think
So,
as an announcer, you're all on calling who's swimming and what team's winning. The scoreboard was changing like every 5 seconds, but I think we got most of the swimmers in the first leg, but after that it was almost impossible to see.
Yeah. Well, that was the Newcastle A team that took that one. They've got a B team in this one. Geary in one. It's AJ Newcastle. B team who go in 2. Tadcaster 3, 4. Chester Street. Dumfries 5. Stirling Swimming 6. Dundee City Aquatics 7. And Mulgine Bearsden in 8. Now fastly out in lane 3 and in lane 8. Jacob Brown and Logan van der Meulen for Tadcaster and Stirling Swimming respectively. And they've front loaded it. 2 guys first, Taylor Horseman and Magnus Morris. It's Magnus Morris for Stirling, and Carl MacArthur in 8, going pretty well for Mulgine Bearsden. It's Stirling Swimming and Mulgine Bearsden 1 and 2, with Tadcaster in 3rd. Ladies take over, and Perry Scobie for Stirling. Going in lane 4, Thomas English. We'll see if he can pull back something on the leading 3 teams, but Stirling still with the advantage. Mulgine Bearsden. Here comes Tadcaster in, Chester Street in lane 4 into 3rd place. And Anna Lee for Stirling still has that advantage. And Dick Hickson for Mulgine Bearsden. It's Stirling, Mulgine Bearsden, Chesterley Street. I've got 3rd with Holly Bodner. At the moment, Stirling are hanging on to take this one from Mulgine Bearsden. Tadcaster might just get 3rd. Well, that was tight even for 2nd place. Stirling 1:42.54. It was extremely tight for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Tadcaster 1:43.49, snatched that just ahead of Mulgine Bearsden, 1:43.65. So that concludes the session, John. It's been pretty fast and furious. Please join us this afternoon if you can. We get underway I think at 12:45.
Yeah, we're live at 12:45 this afternoon. The heat starts at 12:50, and again we will keep you up to date with what's needed from the swimmers this afternoon to try and get into one of our finals tonight. As I say, I'm hoping you can join us tonight, because there's going to be some fantastic finals. That 50 fly at the end. Lucy against Ken is going to be really good. The 200 back, Katie against Holly, 100 free for men. So there's going to be some fantastic finals to look forward to tonight. We hope you've enjoyed this morning. And on behalf of Robert and I, thank you for listening in, and we'll be back on air at 12:45.